Hi, welcome to Business Studies NCERT syllabus coaching. Today we are going to do the second chapter, that is Principles of Management. In our previous era, we have discussed about the scientific managements, the significance and the nature of the management. So do you remember what is management? Management is the art of getting things done through people in formally organized group, right? So there should be some principles for the management to determine the effectiveness in achieving the organizational goals. So to get into that, we have two persons who are very important in my principles of management point of view. Let us go with Henry Foyle and F.W. Taylor. So Henry Foyle and F.W. Taylor are the two business statisticians who has given you the philosophy of the principles. So we consider Henry Foyle as the father of general management. I repeat my words. Henry Foyle is regarded as the father of general management and Frederick W. Taylor is considered as the father of scientific management. So both have given their principles to make efficient management to achieve the organizational goals. So let us go with that. So Henry Foyle, who is regarded as the father of management, has gave you 14 principles to be followed by the management to make it effective. So there are 14 principles given by the general management person Henry Foyle, and the other hand we have Frederick Taylor, who has given you 4 principles, only 4 principles to be followed by the management to make it effective in the achieving the organizational goals. Okay, so let us go with firstly scientific management and their principles. As I told, the 4 principles which have been given by the Frederick W. Taylor are science, not rule of thumb. The first one, science, not rule of thumb. And the second one, harmony, not discord. Third one, cooperation, not individualism. And the fourth one is development of each and every person to greatest efficiency and prosperity. Got it? So let us discuss more about these 4 principles given by F.W. Taylor, who is considered as a father of scientific management. Science, not rule of thumb. Don't use the rule of thumb, rather than that use the science. That means it's a scientific approach. So we says that all the activities in the management has to be planned scientifically. Okay, so he uses scientific method than basic method. So he has given more priority on the scientific method to be implemented. It may be in the implementation of the plans, policies, procedures by the top level or middle level management to the lower level. He personally recommended scientific method of implementing the principles. So the first method, science, not rule of thumb. Got it? Second one, harmony, not discord. So no discord. So it means there should be a good relations between the subordinates of a management. It may be a top level, middle level or lower level. Whoever it may be, there should be a good relationship. There should be a good relationship between top level to the middle level management and middle level to the lower level management, and vice versa, lower level to the top level management. And also there should be a good relations between the individual subordinates who are working in a particular department. Right? Without a proper relationship, you will not be able to achieve the goal. So he says that have some harmony but not the discord. It is nothing but a good relationship between the employees of the organizations. So this is the second one which is very important for achieving the organizational goal, the principle given by F.W. Taylor. Third one, cooperation but not journalism. Cooperation but not individualism. So what is individualism? One man. So management never works. An organization will never achieve their organizational goals if there is no cooperation among the team members. There should be cooperation between the manager and the team members, and the team members to the managers and the top levels. Otherwise, you will not be able to achieve the goal. So there should not be any individualism. So there should not be any individualism and they should follow the cooperation. So cooperation is very important according to the F.W. Taylor, who has given you the third principle. And the finally last one, development of each and every person to greatest efficiency and prosperity. So that means each individual has to be given an opportunity to increase his ability and skill. So the ability and skill, because of the new technologies have been implemented in the management for their organizational goals. So every individual should be developed. Every individual should be developed to the greatest efficiency, that is maximum efficiency, what we say here. So this is greatest is nothing but maximum. We can say it as maximum efficiency and prosperity, the willingness and the strength of the individual. So the fourth one clearly says that every individual employee has to be given an opportunity to get trained about to increase the ability and skill on his job. So this is the fourth and last principle given by the Taylor. So let us go one by one again. The first principle given by Taylor is science, not rule of thumb. So use the scientific method in implementing the plans, procedures and policies rather than using the rule of thumb. So rule of thumb will not work out here. Secondly, harmony but not discord. So harmony but not discord is nothing but you should create a good relationship between each individuals. It may be from the lower level to the top level or top level to the middle level, vice versa. Irrespective of the position, relationship should be there. A better and good relationship creates good management and also better management too. Thirdly, cooperation and no individualism. So cooperation is very much important in all aspects of the management, all the levels of the management. Without cooperation, top level, middle level and operational level never works out. So this cooperation between each employee will increase the efficiency and it creates a good leadership among the people. And the achievement of target will be done very easily. And the fourth one given by is development of each and every person to greatest efficiency and prosperity. As I told, each person will be given an opportunity to increase his ability and skill by providing proper training and development, some kind of attitudes to the individuals by the management will increase the efficiency. So these are the major four principles given for scientific management. So principles of scientific management we have discussed. Before we proceed to the principles of general management which Henry Fayol has given, I told you there are 14 principles. Before going to that, we will discuss about some nature of the scientific managements. Standardizations. So have you heard about standardization? It is nothing but providing the standards for each business activity. See, management is said to be a good only when they provide you when they set the standard for each activity. So standard here refers to the set of procedures and rules. So when each business activity has been setted with a setting standard, it is called standardization. So it's nothing but it is a process of setting the standards to the each and every business activity. It includes n number of activities and standardization is must. And this standardization includes 4 studies. First one, method study, then time study, motion study and fatigue study. Let us go with first one, method study. So this method study is the study which they use this for analyzing the method which will use it to find out the best way to do this particular job or a task. So this method study always analyzes the best way, the best and simplest way for an individual to perform and finish the task on time with less cost. And secondly, motion study. So as it is a study which gives you about the movements or actions taken by an individuals. It may be including changing of the positions, lifting, jumping, etc. It's like an actions. So this study only records what kind of activity the employee or an individual done to complete the particular job or task. Thirdly, time study. It is a study which gives you about fixing up of the standard time. I repeat you, standard time is very much important, where every management or each and every management will give you the fixed standard time to complete a particular task. So time study is a study which is about the standard time taken to perform a well defined, that is nothing but predefined job, because it is already predefined. So predefined job. So time study is nothing but setting up of the time for predefined job, and the standard time given by the management has to be cleared out. And the last study, that is fatigue study. Fatigue study is the important study where a scientific technique will be designed to determine the necessary amount and frequency required on the intervals for the employees to improve their efficiency. So fatigue study is the major study, which is also a scientific study which gives you an determination of the necessary amount and the time frequencies taken to complete the task, and it also aims to improve the efficiencies. So standardization is a process of setting the standard for each business activities, and it includes method study, motion study, time study and fatigue study. What is this method study? As I told, use the method, the best way to find out to complete the task or job. And the motion study is nothing but a study of the actions or movements taken by the employees, such as movement of positions, changing of positions, lifting, etc., will be recorded here. And the time study is nothing but is a standard time, analyzing the standard time to set a particular job to be completed on time. And fatigue study is the study which a scientific study which is designed to improve and also aims to increase the efficiency. Got it? So today, before we proceed to the principles of general management, which is very important given by the entry file 14, we have thought about principles of scientific management, the four major principles, that is science not rule of thumb, harmony not concord, then third one cooperation not individualism, and development of each employees. During our last class, we were discussing about the principles of management, where F.W. Taylor, who has provided a 4 scientific management principles. Today we are going to discuss about the principles of management, and it is also called as principles of general management. Mr. Henry Fayol, who is regarded as a father of the management, has given 14 principles. Do remember, this is a compulsory question for your exam point of view, which may appear for 4 marks or 8 marks. If it is appearing in the 4 marks, you need to write at least 6 principles out of 14 principles given by Henry Fayol, and if it is appearing for 8 marks, you need to write all the 14 principles along with the explanation in detail. So let us go with what are the principles which the Henry Fayol, the father of scientific general management, has given. I will read it to you once and then we will go with the explanations. The first principle of management is division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest to general interest, remuneration of employees, centralization and decentralization, scalar chain, order, equity, stability of personnel, initiative, spirit, corps. So these are the 14 principles which is provided by the father of general management, Mr. Henry Fayol. I repeat you can write any 4 out of 14 principles if the question is appearing in your exam for 4 markers, and if it is appearing for 8 markers, you should write all the 14 with the basic meaning of that. Firstly, we will go with division of work. So what is this work? Work is nothing but the task assigned by the manager to the operational level of management to achieve the organizational goals. So the work has to be divided equally among the individuals. If the work is being equally individually divided, the principal will work out to achieve the organizational goals. And then authority and responsibility. So usually this authority and responsibility are the two wings of the management, authority and responsibility. Authority will be owned by middle level management. The managers or departmental heads owes the authority. Authority is nothing but the power to make subordinates to work, right? And on the other hand, responsibility. Do remember that responsibility will not be taken only by middle, and it is also lowered by lower level people too. Because without the responsibility being taken by the operational management, the work or the task will not be achieved on time, and the management may fail to achieve the organizational goals. So authority by middle level management and responsibility by both middle level and lower level. That means both middle level management people, that is departmental heads, and the operational people has to take the responsibility to finish the task on time. Thirdly, discipline. It includes code of conduct, that is dress codes, ethics, etc. So without a proper discipline, the management may fails to achieve the organizational goals. So hence discipline plays an important role in achieving the goal. Fourthly, unity of command. Command is nothing but the direction given by the manager to the operational team. So there should be an equality in the command given by the managers. Because usually what happens in a single division of department, either it is a divisional structure or operational structure, there may be a maximum number of 2 or 3 managers will be there, and the command may vary. So the command will not be the difference in between among the managers. So there should be an unity in the command given to the operational management by the middle level or top level management, so that there is no confusions there. Then next, unity of directions. Direction is nothing but the workflow. Okay, so that should the workflow should be in equally way. Usually what happens, the directions will be coming from top level to the middle level, then it will go to the operational level. I think I told you in the first chapter, these are the levels of management, and the workflow or direction flow should go from top level to the middle level to the lower level, and the workflow should not go from operational level to the middle level and from middle level to the top level, vice versa. So either the CEO or the head of the department should give to the managers and then to the staffs. So this is called unity of direction. The flow of direction or the command should always come from top word to the lower word and not from lower word to the top level. Sixth one, subordination of individual interest to the general interest. So there are two kinds of interest in the management. One is individual interest and one is general interest. Make an employee think that his individual interest should be a common interest. Merge the interest of all the individuals and make it as to achieve the goal there. So each individual's interest, a group of individuals, interest should be converted as general interest. General interest is nothing but common interest. So each individual should be concentrating on the common interest, which is management interest. Seventh one, remuneration of employee. Remuneration is nothing but the salary paid. salary or any other incentives given to the employees. It should be fair enough for an employee so that he will be motivated, and it should be fair to the company as well. So the salary or the remuneration given to the employees should be fair for both the parties, and it should not be the problem for the other things. Centralization and decentralization. Centralization is the system of management which gives you that the ideas and decisions will be taken out by the centralized system. Group of all the departments will intersect each other and collect the decisions or opinions or ideas. And decentralization is quite opposite to that ideas will be shared by the individually. Scalar chain, very important. Scalar chain. See, the work has to be flow in such a way that there should not be interfere between the employees. For example, if a manager is as a two group A, B, C, he will split that one group with that, and then D, E, and F. So if a manager of a department has 6 employees, namely A, B, C, D, E, F, then he will split that work into the two groups A, B, C and D, E, F. The communication or the command or the direction or the instructions has to flow in such a way that it has to come from the manager to the one group and the other group, and there should not be any communication between these peoples. This is called scalar chain. Scalar chain is nothing but communication of the instructions given by the manager to the employees in a proper way, and there should not be any interaction between the group of individuals unless or otherwise it is needed. Order. It is not the command here. So many people think that order is a command. No, order is not a command here. Order is a set of procedures. In what order they are going to keep it. Okay, it is a set of procedures which the management maintains, and it is not the order given by the management to the other departments. Equity. All the employees of the management, all the employees of the company or organization has to be treated equally, and there should not be any partiality between the employees. So equal treatment in employees. Stability of personnel. I think that's something. Okay. Stability of personnel. What is this personnel? Personnel here refers to staff or employees. So the management has to keen on retaining the employee for a longer period, not for the short period, and management has to always think about the employee should survive in the company for the long period and not for the short period. That's what we call them as stability, long term. So we call them as retained management here. Right. See, because when staffs are hired for the company, the management is going to invest lot of money on them. They have a recruitment cost, training cost, development cost, etc. And if an employee works only for a few months or few days or few years, the management may have this additional cost. It is called as hiring cost, which may be more than the cost, right? So there should be a long-term staff or stability in the personnel, and management has to take care of the personnel in such a way that they should retain in the company for a longer period. Initiatives. See, initiative is nothing but quick actions. So whenever you have any issues with the management should keen on taking the actions quickly and not getting delayed. The reason behind it is it is called decision making process. So when a management takes time in deciding and giving the decisions in a longer period, the management may lose staff or any other objectives for the purpose. And lastly, E spirit, D corps. It is nothing but team spirit. We call them as team spirit. Without cooperation, coordination, or without building a team, a management cannot make the department successful. It needs a group of individuals as to work on a team so that the management may achieve the goal easily. Got it? So I'll again explain you the 14 principles given by the Henry Fayol. The first one, division of work. Division of work, the work or a task allotted by the manager has to be split to the group of individuals equally, and there should not be partiality. Authority and responsibility. Always the authority should be in the top level or middle level management, and the responsibility should be shared to all the individuals of the departments. Discipline, code of conduct, dress code and ethics. So the discipline part plays an important role in the principles of management. Unity of command. The command given by the middle level or top level have the equality there, because lot of managers will be there in a particular department and each manager gives different command. The subordinates may get confused or frustrated whom to follow and whom not to follow. Unity of directions. So workflow should go in such a way that it should not hurdle the other person. Subordination of individual interest to the general interest. So each individual has to think that the interest of the individual should be a common interest which will not harm the management, and it will help or support the management. Remuneration of employee. Remuneration refers to the salary of the employees, which is very important, and it should be fair enough for both organization as well as the employees too. Centralization and decentralizations. Ideas and opinions has to be centralized by the top level management and decentralized by the lower level management. Scalar chain. The work should flow from manager to the lower level, and the individual group should not be hurdled by the wrong communications. Order. The procedures has to be set in such a way that the resources and the materials should be allowed easily. Equity. All the employees in the organization has to be treated equally, and there should not be partiality there. And the stability of personnel refers to the staff has to be retained for a longer period, or the management should hire the person who is to hire the longer period in the company. Initiatives. Quick decisions and decision making makes and management effective with this principle. And lastly, E-Spirit D-Corps. E-Spirit D-Corps is nothing but team spirit. The cooperation and coordination between the group of individuals makes a team, and team will be led by the leader, a good leader, and good leader will be effective with the good management. Thank you.